So I know we've been knocked offline currently. Everything we just did this morning has now been reset, and we are expected to come back online sometimes tonight. Now, I'm not a developer or a coder. Hell, I don't even like changing out light bulbs. But I will say, something's got to change. Because currently, right now, this ain't working. This is the second week in a row that at reset, something has occurred where everybody's inventories are disappearing, currencies are going away, and the better part of our Tuesday, which is normally the highest traffic day of the week, has resulted in us just sitting there waiting for maintenance to be done. Now, I'm not trying to hate on Bungie, because there's somebody right now at Bungie that is that coder, that developer, that is stressing his or her balls off. They are doing everything in their power to get us back on Destiny. But we need some clarity on what the hell is going on. Why do we keep having this happen? And I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, it's a live game, man. Expect bugs, especially a game the size of Destiny, which I can agree with on some level. But at the same time, we've all been playing this game for a really long time, and I have rarely seen rollbacks. Rarely, if ever. And then not only that, to have rollbacks happen back to back 2 weeks in a row. There's got to be something happening in Bungie's code that is resulting in so many of these bugs flaring up. Now, the current speculation is that the game is getting too large, like sheer data. I don't even know how many gigs we're up to, but it's a bunch. And with each consecutive update and each new edition of the game, it's getting larger and larger and larger, resulting in the game having foundational problems when bugs are discovered. So it's not like, hey, you see a bug, it's on the wall, you smack it. It's more like you see the bug, it's on the wall, you go to smack it, but it doesn't kill it because it's on the other side of the wall. Or maybe it's not even on that wall. Maybe it's on the floor or the window. I don't know, guys. I don't know how it works. I just know that there's something going on with the code and the size of the game that when it comes to identifying the bugs, it's an issue. And not only is it an issue identifying it, but then it's an issue just finding where it starts. Now, that's just pure rumor, pure speculation. I have no idea. Kind of bullshitting right now. But on a real note, we need Bungie to come clean right now because this is starting to become a reoccurring thing. And I know some people are going to be like, yo, man, it's only happened twice. The concern I see with this, as someone who covers the Sandbox pretty extensively, is that hotfix 2.7.11 is what caused all of these bugs and currencies to disappear today. Look at the size of this update. It's one page. That's not a lot of stuff. A triumph to track Iron Banner packages, fix an issue that prevented Everydee's gift triumph from completing. They also fix an issue with your infamy rank on the Get Closer pursuit, and then they fix Eververse where solo class emotes were incorrectly priced. Name one major thing on this hotfix. So as concerning as this rollback is, and whatever bugs that's influencing Destiny, it's more concerning to me that this is the result of this really small hotfix. Guys, we've seen Sandbox patch notes before. Big ones. The kind that takes 10, 20 pages to go through. And maybe there's something here on this update that is resulting in the game just going to complete shit right now, bug-wise. But I just don't see it. And whether it's today, tomorrow, or this week at Bungie, I think we as a community would like to know what is happening behind the scenes here. What is causing these bugs? What the limitations are with Destiny? Is it because the game is getting a little bit older? Is it because of the current generation of consoles? Is it PC? I would just like to know what exactly is causing this. And I think you guys would too. The rumor is currently that the game is getting a little too large. And on top of being too big, we're getting into that time frame where making the leap to the next generation of consoles is going to have to happen pretty soon. And I'm not sure if this is something that is the result of old hardware holding us back, or if it's something more on Bungie's end. But it does bring about the question of whether or not Destiny 2 is going to be stable enough in the long run. Or are we finally getting to the point here in 2020 where Destiny 3 is going to have to become a reality for us sooner rather than later? Again, I don't know how I feel about a sequel, because even though Destiny 2 did come out in 2017, and it seems about, kind of a right time, especially with next-gen consoles coming out this year, there's a lot of people that don't want to just blow up their vault all over again just to move to another game called Destiny with a new numerical value behind it. And I'm not necessarily going to dive into what would make a sequel of Destiny 3 more desirable than what we have here in Destiny 2. Obviously, if we went back to some of our roots in D1, subclass options like we used to have in terms of that complete layout versus the nodes. I'm not going to get all into it. We will make a video on that if we even get a whiff of a possible D3 release. Currently, right now, my concern is that a D3 is more or less on the horizon simply because of the fact that D2 is becoming so unstable. Anyway, fellas, I would like to know y'all's thoughts. I'm supposed to be making a review on the Vow. This is actually some gameplay that we got earlier today as well as yesterday. It's a good bow. It's got some great benefits. I don't know if I'm going to re-review it because at the end of the day, it's the same bow from last year. And I've got some kind of feelings about making the Crimson Day reward weapon the same exact thing that we saw last year. And I plan on talking about that in the review. But this whole rollback scenario where we've got so many bugs in the game that we have to get taken offline for 10, 12 hours at a time or even longer, I would like to know more on that. And I can imagine people at Bungie probably are not having the happiest of Tuesdays. So fellas and ladies, let me know in the comments below what you think. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.